Green light and go then for the RX150. So we come down towards the first corner. It's the number 19 of Jones then on the inside. So Steve Jones gets the lead of the race away. Lots of argy-bargy coming through the second part then of the first lap. Going Joker then in the background. Looks like the number 49 of Caldwell as he comes through. But it is going to be the race leader of Jones, number 19, that has the clear track in front of him. And in fact, I believe it was actually Paddy O'Donovan that went through into that Joker on the first lap. My apologies there. So the number 13, who's been struggling with that RX150 buggy all day, he's been having significant issues with his car, and he now is jokered and has gone through. So O'Donovan then goes through as Jones leads the way at the end of this first lap in the RX150's final here for round 3. Closely followed by the number 24. That is Billy Alexander. Great to see Billy back out in the Five Nations British Rallycross Championship. Then it's the number 28 of Archie Sherwood, I should say, in and amongst the mix there as well. So good to see him in there as well. It's Caldwell actually in third position, then followed by Sherwood, who's a little bit further back from them. So Caldwell there putting the pressure now on to Patrick O'Donovan as they come down the back straight. Meanwhile, a little bit wide there as well at the bottom bend of Brooklands. So Patrick O'Donovan then. Pressure put onto him by Oliver Caldwell. Tommy Caldwell, I should say, rather, behind the wheel of the number 49. My apologies. It's a bit difficult to tell who's who from my vantage point in the commentary position. But going Joker then is going to be Alexander behind the wheel of the number 24. He goes through, as does Patrick O'Donovan, as does Tommy Caldwell there as well behind the wheel of the number 49. So that does allow a clear track in front then for the number 19 for Stephen Jones. So Stephen Jones continuing leading on in this race. A 1 second advantage he has over the rest of the field as it stands there so far. Sherwood sitting in second position according to the timing screens I have up here from my commentary position. Flicking it through over the timing line we go once more, but the number 19 of Jones then leads the way. Followed by O'Donovan, followed by Caldwell. Clouds still overhead here then at Pembrey. Not causing too much of a cause for concern so far. I wonder whether we might see a few spots of rain in the air, but no such dramas affecting these RX150 machines there then so far. And Stephen Jones is still doing a fantastic job of leading the way here then so far as it stands. And Jones has had a relatively good day so far. Finished third in the third heat of the RX150 machines earlier on here today. And in terms of where he's placed overall, he was actually at the top of the standing. So Jones, having won the first 2 heats and then finishing on the podium in that third heat, means that he will be in an absolutely brilliant position to claim the overall win here in these RX150 machines. Patrick O'Donovan doing a fantastic job though as well. Let's not forget, behind the wheel of that number 13 then comes Tommy Caldwell behind the wheel of the number 49 machine, flicking it through into the left-hander. On towards the back straight we go once more. Caldwell there just not able to mount a challenge onto the back of Patrick O'Donovan so far as it stands through there. Looking relatively close between them, but still no opportunity presenting itself there for Tommy Caldwell. Onto the penultimate lap we go here at Pembrey then. It's Stephen Jones with the advantage as it stands behind the wheel of these RX150 machines, followed by O'Donovan, followed by Caldwell, followed by Sherwood, and then comes Billy Alexander behind the wheel of the number 24. Flicking it through into the left and then the right they go through this technical first section of the lap. Jones coming under more pressure now then from Patrick O'Donovan. Is O'Donovan going to be able to find his way past though? That is the crucial question. 1.4 seconds the gap sat last time around, but that gap has come down a little bit over the course of this penultimate lap. And let's see whether Jones has got the pace underneath him to be able to hold off Patrick O'Donovan. O'Donovan getting really close onto the back of him, but going a little bit wide through that second part of the corner, and that just allows an opportunity for Tommy Caldwell to find his way up the outside, coming through into the final series of corners and up the inside into the first corner. No opportunity presenting itself there. Going Joker then does Stephen Jones, so it's now a two-way battle between O'Donovan and between Caldwell for the race lead on this final lap then. Side by side we are nearly then, and it's Patrick O'Donovan on the defensive then from Tommy Caldwell. Very close indeed between them. Is Caldwell going to have an opportunity down the back straight? Not quite as it stands, because a great drive out of there for Patrick O'Donovan. Down in towards the left-hander we go. And again, it's the number 13 of O'Donovan who has the advantage. He's looked calm, he's looked comfortable throughout the course of this race. And despite not having a good day so far here at Pembrey, he comes across the line to take the win in the final for the RX150s. Ahead of Tommy Caldwell, ahead of Stephen Jones. The number 28 of Archie Sherwood comes home in 4th position, ahead of the number 24 of Billy Alexander. But a great win there in the final for Patrick O'Donovan. He'll be very pleased with that in the RX150s.